what I'm saying that we need to accomplish.
And who asked you? That's what I want to know.
Orthodoxy is encountering modernity. It is in its liturgical consciousness. It hasn't really changed. Its basic liturgical texts and its spirituality and its theology have by and large remained the same, and they were in a way put down into print and published in the beginning of the early modern period. And so they reflect, as it were, a lost universe. And this still goes on. But we are now, as it were, thrown or thrust into a late modern, a late form of capitalism, which has all these different challenges, hyper-individualism, hyper-rationalism, and Orthodoxy is no exception. It has to deal with these difficulties, and there are major, major controversies. Because how do you remain true to the tradition of the Orthodox Church, but still deal with the fact of these major issues and the existence of LGBTQ plus people who are Orthodox and who wish to be full members of that.
Okay, if they wish to be full members of the church, then they need to repent. That's I don't even know what to say. You know what I mean? I really don't even know what to say. They need to acknowledge the existence of LGBT Orthodox Christians. Well, there's no such thing unless they're repentant. If they're repentant, then there's nothing that needs to be spoken about with you or with the public. We already have a system for this. This has been going on for a long time, dude.
Communion.
Gallagher was present at the 2016 Great and Holy Council in Crete as a subject expert. He's given lectures at the Volos Theological Academy in Greece. He heads the Cambridge University Institute for Orthodox Christian Studies and co-chairs the American Academy of Religious Eastern Orthodox Studies unit. Gallagher compares the Russian Orthodox Church to Nazi collaborators.
I have many close colleagues, amongst which was Father Cyril Havaron, and as well as Father Nicholas Denisenko and others. You can see this systemically in the speeches of President Putin and in the homilies, as well as long-time writings of Patriarch Kirill of Moscow, and in a much, much softer version in Metropolitan of Hilarion. And
I want to do a Will Smith, right? Keep my patriarch's name out your mouth.
I explained this, and I said in some of these webinars where I was speaking that really what was needed for the Orthodox Church was something akin to the Barmen Declaration, which was initially drafted by Karl Barth, as well as the confessing Christians, against the German Nazi church, to be frank.
J.A. says, how come no one ever calls for open dialogue with racists or Nazis to bring them into the church? Always conveniently just stuff that's okay with the regime. Well, exactly, right? And there are people who do that. There are people who reach out to people, racist, white supremacists and stuff, and try to evangelize to them, and try to, what's the word I should say? Who try to speak to them about God. It certainly does happen. It's just it doesn't have the foundation funding. It doesn't have the big backers, the big money backers like this stuff does, because that doesn't work to subvert the church. That works to bolster it and to increase the population of heaven, whereas this stuff is an active attack on the church, period. An active attack on Christ in the world right now. That's what it is. So this is George Demarkopoulos and Aristotle, whatever that last name is. These two. Yeah, let's just get into it.
The Orthodox Studies Center at Fordham is, as you may know, it's unique in all the world. It's the only center for the study of Eastern Orthodox Christian studies that is located in a Jesuit and Catholic university.
I would say what makes the Orthodox Christian Studies Center at Fordham University so unique is it's the first research university to develop a center dedicated to the history, thought, and culture of the Orthodox Christian world.
Because we're in a university, we have a mission to the students to provide ways in which they can faithfully, but yet in a critical way, engage their Orthodox tradition, together with worship, of course.
Scholars are passionate.
So critically, again, you're hearing this language of, you can be Orthodox, right? But you need to be critiquing it, from a modernist lens. You need to look at it compared with the world and say, why are you so backwards? Why are you so old-fashioned? Get with the times.
Passionate about the center because
And here's Sarah Riccardi Schwartz. Remember, we just read the article by Rachel talking about this woman. Well, here she is in the Fordham Center.
they see in it a place where we can have dialogue about what Orthodox Christianity means in the world.
What it means in the world. Again, exactly what I just said. How does Orthodoxy help us? How does Orthodoxy help the government? How does Orthodoxy benefit society? Not how does Christ save your soul from death? Not how does Christ transform your life, bring you away from sin, bring you into communion with the living God. No. How does it make society better?
What it means socially, politically, theologically, and how it's impacted by and impacts different social structures in the United States and the world more broadly.
I think it's really interesting to study Orthodox Christianity with art history, specifically with Byzantine artifacts. You understand art more and you understand culture more if you understand the faith backgrounds that support it.
There's no question that we are well known internationally, especially within ecclesial circles. I think we're known as a place that is trying to promote Orthodox Catholic unity, but even Christian unity
Bam.
more broadly.
Right there. You see that? I think we're well known for being proponents of Orthodox and Catholic unity, so ecumenism. So right there, you see what these people are really about.
I think within the Orthodox world, we're definitely known as, and I think provide encouragement to those who want to raise and discuss certain kinds of questions within the church.
So they're seen as a force that provides encouragement to folks, quote unquote, within the church who want to raise problems and questions about church's stances on things like gay marriage. And their stances on things like saying that the Catholic Church is devoid of the grace, right? Oh, if you're in the church and you're upset because they don't teach feminism or because they don't say it's okay to engage in the sin of sodomy, well, don't worry, because we have this big moneyed backing Fordham University. We're going to publish articles, we're going to publish publications all about this stuff. So we provide encouragement to the subverters and infiltrators in the church who seek to undermine it.